Hello and welcome to yet another Fountain live stream. We are keeping them coming, and why not on a lovely Friday afternoon? The sun is out in sunny Norwich. I wonder what the weather's like where you are, if you can look out the window. It's an absolute pleasure as always to be joined by Deco for what we are coining, as always, Deco's digital marketing deep dive in 5. Yes, I've not been tongue twisted by that just yet. And you've got some very exciting updates around the digital marketing world today, Deco, particularly around Black Friday. As always, you know the way that this works. You've got 5 minutes on the timer. If you don't get it all done in 5 minutes, there will be a very embarrassing alarm tone go off. So without further ado, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, I really hope I do it. But if this is the week, people, I'm sorry. So what I want to talk about was Black Friday a bit first, because there is, I think, a trend that's showing that people need to be aware of, and that's that Black Friday is disappearing and something else is replacing it. And it's something that marketers and sales teams all need to take heed of and utilize before their competitors get a step ahead in the mad rush that is Black Friday. And this seems to be quite a strange thing to say as a digital marketer myself, especially as online sales are bigger than ever. And I'm only seeing increases, especially with the events of 2020, more people being indoors and online than ever. There was even a Deloitte report that identified that in 2019, retail saw massive store closures and job losses, but online sales just continue to grow. But what I'm saying and what I'm not saying is that online sales are dead. So I am not saying that online is not the way to go. But when you look beneath the surface of the news, the ads, the publicity of Black Friday, the clues actually point to an interesting behavior. So I propose that in the UK, Black Friday as a single day of sales is actually losing momentum.
Wow.
I know. And observing the shopping category in Google Trends, when you compare 2019 to 2018, Black Friday, actually, the searches for Black Friday fell by an astonishing 15%, not on just the day, but on the week leading up to the day.
Wow.
And similar was true for sales. Sale return saw a decrease as well of about 3% in that same week. And in the offline world, company strategies are just reflecting this user behavior. So there was, for example, Asda last year didn't see the profitability in it, so just didn't participate in mad discounts. And Just Eat, they, instead of offering discounted sales, donated 50p from every order to charity. So we're seeing both user behavior and company behavior kind of losing interest in Black Friday as a day of sales. However, oh dear, when you look at the searches closer, it is clear that whilst Black Friday week is beginning to see sort of less activity in this way, the autumn-winter period is actually seeing a massive increase. Searches are starting earlier in the year and finishing later in this period. So, and in many cases, we're seeing rises in transactions. So what we're seeing is Black Friday day is ending and Black Friday period is now a new thing. So again, user behavior supports this with earlier starting searches. And in September already, we've seen an increase year on year on Black Friday searches. And I think what's really hilarious about all of this is that it's a phenomenon that is again being promoted by company strategies, such as the very company that brought Black Friday to the UK, Amazon. Last year, they had 8 days of Black Friday sales. So if that isn't reason to heed that call, then I don't know what is. So do get on board with that. Black Friday sales and the kind of momentum of people buying stuff in the retail sector has already started. Be aware and get on it. So that's my big Black Friday update. Time to move on to some platform updates, if I have time. So firstly, Google are really taking video to the next level. They're realizing how important video content is, so they're actually improving their reporting abilities. So you can now see how many people have watched your video how many times. This frequency report means that you can see 1,000 people have watched a video once, 500 people have watched it twice, and there's that one person that watched it 10 times, raving fan. And they're also going to include YouTube in Google Ads' attribution reports, which is great. Other stuff they're doing is testing local business ads in Google Maps suggestions. So when you type into Google Maps in that search bar, it comes up with suggestions and a kind of drop-down menu. They're adding ads for local businesses there, which is great and good boost to kind of local economies. They're also going to include more conversion data. So data-driven attribution, the minimum requirements have now decreased from 15,000 to 3,000 interactions and 600 conversions to only 300.
So, Deco, it's been a number of weeks. It's been 6 weeks, I would say. And so far, since we started this series, not once have you failed, but today you have. But because I'm a kind man, I'm going to let you continue for the sake of our audience, because I believe that they need this value.
You're too kind. You're too kind. But as I was saying, Google have kind of increased the amount of data they have. Their automation has improved. So that's why they've lowered the bar for getting data-driven attribution, which is great for everyone. And then in Facebook, in the world of Facebook, what they're doing, and I think companies should be listening to this, is they're adding ad limits to accounts. So they're classing accounts in different bands based on how much spend there is. And you're going to have a limit for each band. The lowest one, I'll only mention the lowest one, but if you spend under 100K a month, and that's even in your highest months, then your ad limit is capped at 250 ads. So it's still quite a lot of ads. It's still a lot of ads, but I think there are going to be some big accounts out there that just probably need to be a bit more aware of these limits. So those are my updates. I'm sorry I didn't get them done in the 5 minutes and we had to listen to that awful alarm, but there they are.
Deco's Digital Marketing Deep Dive in 7, I might rebrand to next week. Deco, thanks as always for your knowledge, mate. I really appreciate that. And there was a few really interesting points, particularly the kind of the link up, I see it as between YouTube and Google. I'm fascinated to see how that goes with video rankings, etc. I think that's really important, and also really interesting to get your take on Black Friday. Don't forget, people, if you want to ask Deco a question, anything I'll say about digital marketing, please feel free to tweet him. Is at Deco_twit on Twitter. Pointing to it, very interactive. Also, feel free to drop a comment down below if you're watching on LinkedIn or YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Apart from that, Deco, thank you very much for your time.